Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, upstate New York in the Adirondacks, she's alleging that the Cuomo administration in Albany is massively loaded with corruption. And when they get caught, like sticking infectious COVID patients in senior citizen rest homes, they cover up. And they fight you, and they hide the records, and they conceal the skullduggery that they've been involved in. So Elise Stefanik, she says that the Cuomo administration is basically just a bunch of lying, cheating, underhanded poop. You don't stick people with a deadly infectious disease. You don't stick a bunch of freaking sick patients with communicable diseases. You don't put them in senior citizens' homes, Andy Cuomo. What kind of fucking moron are you, Cuomo? That takes a real fucking idiot. And all the people that are helping him cover up this pile of crap, well, they're the same people from Environmental Conservation, New York State Health Department, the whole bunch of them. Those pukes up there at Raybrook, New York, at the DEC office, and the Lake George Park Commission, David Wick particularly, they're lying little snakes, just like Cuomo, Miss Stefanik. You see, the Lake George drawdown, which is very public, this isn't a mystery or a conspiracy theory. The Lake George drawdown is a flush. They flush the lake. They do it all the time because of 6,000 septic systems that are in the Lake George Bowl. I said that right. The Lake George Bowl, also known as a basin, the Lake George Basin, which is all bedrock. So all the sewage that goes into the leach fields drains into the lake from 4,000 to 6,000 leach fields, brown fields, full of infectious diseases. That's why they have to draw down. Excuse me. That's why they have to draw down, flush the lake all the time. David Wick, he's the director of the Lake George Park Commission and is a big sack of lying crap, just like Andy Cuomo. And when you catch them, they lie, cheat, steal, hide the records. They, they're worthless, like David Wick and his lies. Draw down, flush, draw down the reservoir, flush the reservoir. Come on, Wick. It's a flush. Well, I take that back. It's thousands of flushes, David Wick. You flush it all the time to keep the harmful algae blooms. Come on, ask the Lake George Association about all the phosphate and nitrates. That's what they call sewage. And the Fund for Lake George and the Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute with the Lake George Steamship Company. They call sewage phosphates and nitrates. Yeah, it's just like Andy Cuomo. Lying sacks of shit. Flushing, drawing down, flushing. Miss Stefanik's the same thing. And they're dumping all this crap over into Lake Champlain, which is famous for its poisoned waters. That's why you can't eat the fish of the day. The catch of the day is not served on the Vermont side of the lake or on the New York side of the lake. And they certainly don't, serve it in the restaurants along the St. Lawrence Seaway. Because the St. Lawrence Seaway is poisoned too. Like the Great Lakes and Lake Erie and just on and on and on. Canada dumps more phosphates and nitrates. Canada dumps more sewage into the St. Lawrence Seaway. It's staggering. It's beyond a shit fest. Justin Trudeau. Old Justin Trudeau, they like dumping sewage into the St. Lawrence, the Bay of Fundy, up to Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. Yeah, just poisoning the fisheries with sewage. I mean, it's sewage, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. So Elise Stefanik, Congresswoman, Stefanik. I think there's an opportunity here to demand from Andy Cuomo all the records on the never-ending flushes, the flushing of Lake George, where they flush all the sewage over to Lake Champlain. The up and down, up and down, up and down, wintertime drawdown, flush, David Wick. Folks, I'm going to leave it right there, and as always, all the information and links to show you that I'm telling you the truth are posted below. And Andy Cuomo, man, I tell you, I don't think I want your karma. I don't want your karma, Andy Cuomo. No. I think there's a nice little warm place in hell for you, Andy Cuomo. Oh, and Basil Sagos and Letitia James, man, I'll tell you what, Letitia, I don't know if I'd be backing up old Andy Cuomo.